Alright, hold up. I think I need to put a few things into context before we continue. A suitcase of this size is not fun to haul around at 5 o'clock in the morning, which, despite blatant criticism and protests of fellow Corps members, was completely necessary for my success on this trip. You can imagine that my inability to zip or maneuver the bag, combined with the fact that I hadn't had breakfast yet, put me in a less than savory mood by the time I reached the Kmart parking lot. And I was not alone. Thus commences the two groups of people that inevitably form on day one, those filled with joyous anticipation of the journey ahead, and those you should probably avoid until they've had their second cup.
His PJs.
So you forgot to do
Oh, that is stylish.
You should have told me. I would have worn my Batman ones.
Look at how upset she is.
Time to go home.
Aquasonic screwdriver.
You wish.
Yeah, really.
I just walk into the night. It's kind of hard with all these lights.
Wow, that was intelligent. Oh, look, it's Brad. Good morning. I think she's having some struggles. Alright, that works.
Sure.
How's that?
What are you doing, Maddie?
Now, this year's tour was dubbed many titles, including the Presidential Tour, the Tour of Tours, as you'll later see, and the Fog Tour because, well, there was fog. But hey, I'm not complaining. It gave me something interesting to film while we rode down to Pennsylvania for our first performance at Fort Ligonier.
So come out, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Come out, till we lose control into a raging fire, into a raging
Yeah, I'm filming it.
I'd rather have him look up than at me, though.
Yeah, it's interesting. He slumps too, honestly.
Like, if he's like...
Fortunately, this was the only tour that had creepy mannequins, and we packed an overnight bag for the YMCA that night, so we didn't have to worry about unloading the luggage trailer when we got back. We did, however, have the pleasure of playing back our performance to point out our areas of improvement. Oh, and we also celebrated Zoe and Isabel's birthday, so we dressed accordingly.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zoe and Isabel. Happy birthday to you.
So, interesting fact, the Ligonier Volunteer Fire Department was just a short walk away from the YMCA. The good news, we were about as safe as we could be. The bad news, their siren was kind of loud. I mean, like, really loud. So, suffice to say that if people weren't beginning to exhibit signs of exhaustion from yesterday, they were now.
How many people can fit on this bench? Alex, you gotta sit down.
Luckily for the Corps members, we had a long drive ahead of us, so naps were inevitable. Unless you're a certain film nerd who couldn't get enough shots of the fog. next performance was in Fredericksburg, Virginia at the Kenmore House, built by George Washington's sister, Betty Washington Lewis. Upon arrival, we stopped at a park for sack lunch, which, like many other parks, contains a playscape. You know, the ones designed for, 5-year-olds. But of course, that won't stop a couple of determined teenagers, right?
Would you judge me if I went and rode on the duck?
I wouldn't judge you, I would film you.
Oh, wait, never mind then.
Sarah was wise not to ride on the duck.
I can't even,
Sources report that, despite the serious trauma she sustained, Emily Markey is expected to quickly recover from the incident. Danny Boger has yet to comment.
Anyway, after lunch we headed over to the Kenmore House to perform and, yes, take the tour. We explored the grounds, met up with a familiar face, and took a trip down to the gift shop and museum just a short walk away.
Oh, here comes the good looking one.
I got that on video.
Oh, the moments I capture.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life.
After performing at Kenmore House, we headed to the Fredericksburg Academy, which would be our housing for the next 3 days and the site of our next performance.
I'm sure I'm a college person in this.
All right, Corey, give it a try. Yup. Savannah and Liana, how would you rate this air conditioning on a scale from 1 to 10?
I would rate this as a 10.
Cool, I dig it.
We all knew that noise very well by the time we woke up on day 3. See, the school's air conditioner had to spaz out every hour or so for a reason that I'll never understand, so it was one of those things we just kind of had to learn to deal with. Although I will say it was better than not having air conditioning.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here.
Anyway, day 3 was one of our most anticipated performance days. We were booked in the homes of Thomas Jefferson and James Madison, who were no doubt a few of the biggest names in the Revolutionary War. Our first stop was Jefferson's home in Monticello, which translates to Little Mountain for obvious reasons.
When Jefferson came of age at 21, he inherited his father's property, about 3,000 acres. And then during Jefferson's life, he was able to add about 2,000 more acres to that. So he owned 5,000 acres.
And of course we couldn't drive by Mickey Tavern without stopping there for lunch and, yes, taking the tour.
How was your traditional Southern fare?
Good.
Yeah. Anything else to say about that?
I forgot my gravy.
Your spot for just a minute, and my partner and I here are going to show them how it's done, aren't we, partner? First thing we do is right hand swing. So come with a flat hand, walk around in a circle one time.
This reminds me of something.
Place your right hand on my waist. What? My waist. And extend your arm.
She puts it very lightly on the top. They did not believe in all this touchy stuff.
We ended the day with a performance at James Madison's estate, Montpelier. And it was a tiring day at that. In fact, I think it was a little too much excitement for our instructors to handle in one day. So we headed back to the school to face yet another night of fabric ductwork and day 4. Day 4 was one of the most nerve-wracking, for me at least, because it was the day that we were granted exclusive access to watch and perform with the Old Guard. See, they're kind of a big deal, you know, playing for the president and about every other important government official or dignitary that just pops in to visit our nation's capital. A very low-stress job, I'm sure. We actually have a couple of Plymouth alumni who are in the Old Guard, which made the experience that much more amazing. Just think, guys, this is what happens when you fight for life.
Change very, very quickly. You're supposed to be performing in 13 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Commander of the Military District of Washington, Major General Jeffrey Buchanan, we are proud to present the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps.
After the performance, we stayed back for a photo op and a short meet and greet. Emphasis on short.
Dave.
Loyal, L-O-Y-A-L.
Nice. This is Jonathan Wine.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This is only kind of adorable.
From there we continued to another one of our most important stops on tour, but it wasn't another performance. Whenever the Corps is near DC, we always take the time to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, led by our senior members. It's a resting place for unidentified soldiers from World War I and II, Korea, and Vietnam. The tomb was guarded 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, to protect those who, it could be said, made more than the ultimate sacrifice. Our last stop of the day was Mount Vernon, which hit home for us because, you know, George Washington. The backdrop must have motivated us or something because I think it was one of our best performances on tour.
I have to get film of this. This is like the epic meal of tour.
Mama La Gracia sauce. Mama Freedom's meatballs.
Wow, that's a lot of meatballs.
It's a lot of balls.
Oh!
At band camp, the birds at band camp sound like cats.
Identity.
They're like meow, 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 meow.
So, Mike's recipe for the guard. 8 plastic frogs, 1 American flag.
It's controlled violence. I like it.
So here we have the tour shirt, drum shirt for 2014. No, it's not.
Hey.
Hello, dear.
So I had to put the switch on day 5 because it did technically happen on day 5, ergo past midnight, and we were feeling it at wake up the next morning, which was 6 o'clock. It was our last day with the gym floor and noisy air conditioning, so we packed up our stuff and departed for our next performance. Our first performance of the day was at the Berkeley Plantation, the site of the first Thanksgiving and where Taps was first played, previously owned by William Henry Harrison. You know, the guy who was president for like 2 seconds. Anyway, after the performance, we toured the plantation, and I have to say, the place was gorgeous. I was getting some serious Downton Abbey vibes. And we're back to reality.
You also taught Danny how to do it.
I'm good.
Come on, Danny. Come on, do it.
Okay.
Knees up to your belly. Pretend like you're biting your ear.
We continued on to a local mall for a nice 2-hour lunch, and then on to another performance at St. John's Church in Richmond, Virginia. See, we were the opening act to the reenactment that followed of the Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death speech, because that was the exact church where it happened. Now, I wasn't allowed to film the reenactment, but I was allowed to film the meet and greet that we had with the actors afterwards.
What is it like being a colonial?
It's.
I looked closer.
I would not want to wear this wig all the time. It's ridiculous.
After dinner, we set off for Williamsburg, where we'd be staying the night. Now, for this part, I just want you to keep in mind that we'd been going for 5 days straight. 5.
Oh, God. Oh.
Believe it. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. And the powerful king composing. Hallelujah. Fanny's in my head. I wrote this song just looking at you. Oh, oh. Yeah, the drums they swing low, and the trumpets they go.
Since we couldn't find a school or anything to stay at in the area, we had to settle for a KOA camp, which was all fine and good, but it created a few tiny logistical problems at first. Like hauling luggage for 75 people up a steep dirt road that I'm pretty sure wasn't even meant for cars while it was pitch black to people who didn't even know what cabin they were in. And did I mention that we were tired? So after a quick meeting, we split up to get the job done. And I don't really know what happened after that. I mean, I can remember flashes of people, good people, saying very bad things, and I remember being shuttled multiple times for reasons that I can't seem to recall. One would assume that we would have just fallen asleep as soon as we got to the cabin, but, well, we didn't.
That's fun. I'm living in freaking Amazon. Where's this bathroom?
Freaking Amazon. That spider is a whole centimeter wide.
Shut up.
It is August.
Oh, man.
It is August 7th, 2014. What? What's wrong with their bra strap? We're in a cabin. A small cabin, which is supposedly supposed to have Wi-Fi, but said Wi-Fi is malfunctioning at this moment. There's bugs here. We found a spider outside of our cabin.
I just found Wi-Fi.
And Corey killed it. And it made me really happy. The bathroom is a long way away, so in order to brush my teeth, I have to leave the cabin. I don't want to leave the cabin because it's nighttime and there's stuff outside. Bug stuff. Okay,
so Maddie was trying to change and got stuck in her sleeping bag.
No, it's definitely my
her sweatshirt. My bad. Where's the zoom on this thing? I'm trying to unzoom.
I can't get it over my glasses. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So by the time morning rolled around, we realized that the camp wasn't bad at all because we could actually see the camp. We wouldn't be staying there long though because day 6 was probably the most enjoyable day of tour, free day. And after last night, we really needed it.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything, nothing at all. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, nothing at all. Woo-hoo, nothing at all.
I also thought free day would be a good time to catch up with this year's seniors, Bridget, Jenna, and...
Well, this is awkward.
I joined Fife and Drum because my middle school band teacher would not let people who didn't play piano play drums, and I really wanted to play drums.
Well, what some people don't know about me is that I was born in the Fife and Drum uniform. You know, I came out tricorn hat, mace and all, calling commands.
I had just switched into band from choir, and I wanted to do marching band, but then when I found out that it wasn't going to be like a parade marching band, it was a performance marching band, I guess, I didn't want to do it anymore.
I joined Fife and Drum because I saw them at a marching band show and I thought they looked really cool, and I was just kind of looking for something to do because I was just going to middle school.
Actually, no, I had my aunts, both of them were in it, my mom.
I really like dressing up, so I thought it would be cool.
Fife and Drum looked like something different and unique.
Then my brother Nick, Ryan, and Ginny and were all in it, so I don't know, my family ties, I guess I had to go into it. The first time we went to Flight 93, which I was actually really, really young at that one, so I'm kind of surprised I remember it, but the reason I remember it is I think the best way I can explain it would be like the raw emotion of it, because the first time we went was right after it had happened. And so we actually played for I think one or two of the families that had just lost someone. So that was just over the top emotional. It was just intense.
Probably Mount Vernon, because for 5 years now I have been wanting to do that one.
Probably Fort Henry, my first year. We performed a little later than we were supposed to, so the sun was going down and they turned on these lights that sent shadows everywhere.
Either the Statue of Liberty or Berkeley Plantation this year, because I mean the Statue of Liberty, it's like, you know, the Statue of Liberty, so that was pretty cool. And the Berkeley Plantation because it was just so pretty there, and I think we had a really good run of drum solo there.
Fence there that people were putting like memorabilia on, so I don't know, I was really, really emotional.
For some reason, I think I was led to believe that we weren't allowed to play there, so I was really excited when I found out we could.
And it was just kind of a good performance for my last tour.
And then Chris Leclerc's pants fell down and Trevor dropped a mallet. It was interesting all around, but still a really cool performance.
Oh goodness.
Alright, I got this. I have 5 things. We really are a family, and like all families, we have issues, people fight, there's some drama.
First one, bring a towel. Your changing sheet, because you never know what's gonna happen. And you got the red clay of Jefferson or the mulberries of the yacht performance. You never know what's gonna happen. 2 would be to roll your socks up at the top, you know, because then your pants don't fall down, and then you don't have to get rubber bands, so you're not getting like in trouble with Mr. McMillan. Gotcha, McMillan.
Think of the good things and not the bad.
So Fife and Drum is an after-school activity, and it's, you know, I think we're more laid back than some other organizations, but at the same time, it doesn't really come together unless you put the work into it and unless you're comfortable with your performance of the show.
The third one would be to practice, no matter what, always. It only helps you in the long run, and then you don't have people harping on you all the time. The fourth one would be to lean on your friends, even though when things get rough, you always have to like look out for them and don't take things too seriously.
Don't go into this expecting it to be easy, and don't slack and wait around until it becomes a problem, because it not only holds you back, but it can hold the entire corps back.
If you make it your mission to just like get ahead of the game and know all your music and stuff, I think it makes the whole rest of the season a lot more relaxed and you get to enjoy things more, and it just kind of, it means more when you're not stressing about learning music and simple stuff like that.
It stresses out parents and it stresses out kids, and we don't need stressed out tours.
The fifth one would be don't suck. I mean, have fun. Don't suck. Okay. So my CB handle is Spartacus because, like the Greeks, I am very powerful and I like to fight a battle and I'm very strong.
The car wanted to make it Mafia because I pronounced mafia wrong. But really everyone calls me Vivi, and that came my first year at band camp. The snare drum section leader at the time, Jay Srivastava.
Actually, no, it's not. It's just because I'm going to Michigan State.
He was the one that first started calling me Vivi because it's short for Genevieve, and just kind of caught on and stuck.
My CB handle is Vlasic because my mom is Pickles, and that was one that my mom's always been Pickles, and then the drummer boys, my first and second year, just started calling me a little pickle, and I didn't really like it, so Vlasic just kind of happened.
My CB handle is the Avatar, and it's because it's from the TV show Avatar: The Last Airbender, about some kid who can bend all 4 elements, and usually only people can do one. And I've been in the Corps 5 years now, and my first year I was a bass drum, my second I was a guard flag, and now I've been a fifer for 3 years, so I've been in every section and I know how to do everything, and so it just kind of stuck that I'm the Avatar of the Corps.
Your picture perfect blue, sunbathing on the moon, stars shining as your bones illuminate. First kiss just like a drug, under your influence, you take me over, you're the magic in my veins. This must be love. Boom, clap, the sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. You are the light and I will follow. You let me lose my shadow. You are the sun, a glowing halo, and you keep burning me up with all of your love. Boom, clap, the sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me now.
Day 7 was our Colonial Williamsburg Day, the day we rehearsed, socialized, and performed with the Colonial Williamsburg Fife and Drum Corps. Like us, they were high school or younger, knew many of the same songs, and dressed up in those funny uniforms, but where we were different was that Fife and Drum was kind of like their day job.
The main component of my instrument is the shell. It's a steam bent piece of wood held together by these decorative tacks.
So, what do you think of performing with Colonial Williamsburg? Fun? Can we think of any other adjectives to describe the experience? Cool? Interesting. I like that.
The Corps does regular performances in the historic Williamsburg Village, a recreation of what a village would have been like during the time of the Revolution, which, of course, we toured afterwards.
has twice been convicted. You need to know her background. Is there anything you can tell us about Abigail that might persuade the jury to act otherwise, other than the usual?
She's a sweet and caring lady.
Really?
Can she
All right, then for the jury, you
You turned around too fast. Fail.
Feels like poop.
Feels like poo? That's lovely.
It makes farting noise.
That night we had pancakes for dinner and it was kinda awesome. We also had a lot of free time after we got back from Williamsburg, so we made sure to catch up on some socializing. Today, believe it or not, was our last day of performances. We had an early wake up to get to our first performance at the Patriots Colony Assisted Living Center, where they served us an amazing breakfast.
Okay, so this is not a corn dog. It is a pancake with a sausage in it. I guess that qualifies as pigs in a blanket, right?
Now, every year on tour we have this tradition where the seniors go commando under their uniforms for the last performance. Don't ask me how it started or who started it because I have absolutely no idea. Because our next performance of the day was a parade and we were worried about logistics, the seniors, minus Bridget because she opted out, which I don't totally blame her, made an executive decision to go commando at this one instead. And all I'll say is, I'm glad I don't have to do it again.
Americans should have this much freedom.
I'm sitting down because it feels too weird to stand up.
See the butt out? Mary, how do you feel?
4 buttons on the pants is not enough. There should be like 20 down there.
I want to know who came up with this.
Phoebe.
Yes.
Stop touching.
Run the whole complex.
Wrong. Just wrong.
Just gotta belong here.
After we finished at the Assisted Living Center, we headed over to our last performance in Yorktown to play with the Yorktown Fife and Drum Corps. And talk about a welcome committee. I mean, we literally pulled up and they were all waiting outside for us. It was amazing. And if that wasn't welcoming enough, we walked inside for lunch and it went a little something like this. Like Colonial Williamsburg, the Yorktown Corps has their own gig performing in and around the nearby beach and historic monuments, and we seem to gel pretty well with them.
So Corey, how is your socializing going?
Fun. These people are really fun to talk to.
What are we doing? Black Bear!
Jam session, we got into uniform and paraded down to the Visitor Center, where we stopped for our first group performance. From there, we walked back to the Yorktown Victory Monument, where we of course had to stop for a group photo, then paraded down the beach to perform our solos for Yorktown. All in all, performing with Yorktown was a great way to conclude our 10-day tour, and what better way to share it with people who love fife and drum just as much as we did. And of course, we couldn't end tour without something going down between Mr. McMillan and Emily, who've been in an ongoing feud for quite some time.
Oh man, she's in my. You're driving in the back of the drum truck.
She's in your van.
We talked about the amazing day we had over a delicious dinner when we got back, about the places we performed, the way we felt about our last show, and of course the friends we made along the way. Well, some more than others.
Repeat for the camera how many girls' numbers you got.
I got 2.
2 numbers. And what are you planning on doing with these numbers?
Talking to them.
Oh. He already has.
So today was another travel day as we headed back home from Williamsburg. To keep the parents awake for the long drive, we attempted some CV trivia, but apparently we weren't getting through to some people, so it was a bust. Despite the signal problems, we all got to the hotel in one piece to prepare for our anticipated end-of-the-year banquet.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo.
You look like an Indian goddess.
I
Thank you.
I love her.
Alex, I'm digging the purple.
Oh yeah.
It's very, very posh.
Who that? Gigi walk. They do that. Gigi walk. Who that? Gigi walk.
You're so tall. Our next award is Most Improved Veteran, and that goes to Sharon and Andrew Freedom.
Is cutest couple / best friends, because we know that you guys love to spend time together, and you know you guys are always together, and we notice it. So this goes to Shane and Andrew Dazzy.
This one I have evidence to back up. After Banquet, we ran upstairs to change into something a little bit more comfortable, then headed back downstairs to either swim or dance the night away on our last night of tour.
I'll keep my G-rated response. That's what I get for sharing my car code. Trying to be nice. So the kids clean this up, right?
We're all standing with our backs against the wall. Sooner or later, waiting on the phone that never calls at all. Heartbreak comes strolling in like a storm.
So Ryan, did you wake up with a few notes this morning?
I left them.
How did you like the notes?
I feel like they were well written. And I appreciate it. And very touching.
I won't kill you, but other people will. I told you.
old guard, laying the wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier were probably our special moments. But being with all the co-parents and the kids, being as it's our last year, it's a special moment when you're able to spend time with a great group of parents and a great group of kids. You know, we're going to miss it.